Okay. Whoa. Man, this is so annoying. There we go. Hello. We're gonna give people a few minutes to join. So I'm gonna shuffle decks while I wait. Hey everybody. Right now I'm just giving people some time to join. I gave everyone a heads up of about like an hour or so. Took me a little longer than I anticipated, but I want to see if more people will be able to join before I start. And I'm going to be doing a collective reading for Twin Flames. It's been a little while since I've been able to. I've been so busy throughout January and gosh, half of February already. I think the last collective reading I did was for New Year's. That's why I want to do a collective reading. And I figured since it's been a while since I did a live to do both together again. So, and now I should be able to keep up my normal routine with that. I launched like manifestation candles. So I was working on that. And then I also had to go out of town for a funeral and had like one thing after another come up. I'm a one-woman show. I don't have help, so there's only so much time in the day. So, just like I said, waiting to see if anybody else is going to join before I get the reading started. And the next live that I'll do like individual questions. Do you guys have any like questions about the Twin Flame journey right now while we wait? I wonder if there's a way for me to send out a notification. So, moving it closer so I can reach it right now. No, there's not. Not that I see. Okay, well, it is what it is. Okay, so before I start the reading, I did want to show you guys the candles that I made. So these are actually, like I said, I launched manifestation candles last month. Well, a couple weeks ago. And these are going to be different from like others that you will see because they are attuned specifically to like your energy. So right now I have a batch that I just made for customers. I would say that they're probably the closest that you can get to spell candles, but for spiritual manifestation candles, because I don't do spell work. But the only difference is really like spell work is trying to force, and this is bringing in the energy for what your intentions are, just allowing the universe to align what's meant to be. So it's not trying to force, but it is attuning it to your energy, attuning the energy of the candle and manifestation energy attuned to you and your divine counterpart, if that's the case, or whatever it is your intentions are. Manifestation, spiritual like manifestations, wellness stuff, because I'm using essential oils, which are also helpful for wellness stuff, like anxiety, depression, even physical stuff too, respiratory, headaches, and affirmation candles, and actually also zodiac, but I am still getting all of my supplies for the zodiac candles, but that's not an issue, so they're already up. But like the zodiac ones, you can also do like the zodiac signs for both you and your twin flame, or you and your partner, and that can help harmonize your energies as well. So anyway, I wanted to show you guys these. I should have taken the tops off already. I'm still like giving it time for more people to join. That's why I'm kind of wasting time showing you guys these right now too. So hopefully we'll get a few more people in the meantime, and I'll just show you these real quick because I don't always have them. So that's why I wanted to take advantage. These are completely made to order. After I hand pour them and add the crystals and essential oils and everything myself, then I'm meditating with them, using my own singing bowls to infuse Reiki and singing bowl frequencies into them. And I have a special custom shamanic wand made for me, shamanic crystal wand. So I'm using all of that combined and my energy medicine to charge them and attune them to your energy. So this one is a heart chakra candle. This one is a patience candle, an affirmation, I am patient. This is I am one and at peace. This is anxiety and depression. This is birthing your dreams, which is meant to be like the Empress card from tarot. Wait, that one's a little bright. It's hard to see because it's so bright. I think it's because this is a large quartz. That's why it's like reflecting the light. This is happiness and joy. This is twin flame union, to manifest your union. That one's also a little bright, but hopefully you can see it well enough. And then lastly, this one is protection and cleansing. So these are the ones that I have right now. I'm going to add the pictures to my shop and to my page so that you guys can see the variety. But you can always go to my shop to see what's a bit, or to see what the options are. So anyway, like I said, check that out through my page, through my shop, if you have any interest in getting manifestation candles for yourself. It's been like 10 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and start the collective reading as soon as I can get these tops on. And hopefully whoever can join us, great. And if not, then they can't. Well, they can. I usually save it to my Instagram anyway, so they'll be able to watch on here later on. Which, it's late, I know that. It's like East Coast people are probably not going to be able to see it live, more than likely. But my schedule's been all messed up this week, so I was like, I'm just going to do it late, and then I can get like Australia and Asia, India. I have a lot of clients out there too. And West Coast is not too crazy late for you guys. So yeah. Okay, so like I said, we're doing a collective reading. If you guys have any questions, like about the twin flame journey, feel free to ask. Like I said, the next live I do, I'll do the individual questions. Hey, Melissa. So I'll probably do that in like a couple weeks. 1 or 2 weeks. I want to get back on the new moon, full moon cycle for the collective readings. But like I mentioned at the beginning that since it's been a little while since I've had time to do a collective reading, I wanted to do a collective reading combined with a live to start back up again since I'm like catching up with everything. So that's what we're doing. And the full moon is in a week or so. That should be about right. It's 2 weeks in between. And last week was the new moon. So I should be doing another collective reading right around then. And I'll just see when the appropriate timing is for the next live. So anyway, okay, I already shuffled. Let's do a collective reading. Let's see what is going on for all my Instagram followers, or the ones who are guided to watch this reading. And let's see what spread Spirit creates. The last collective reading I did for my Patreon group for January, Spirit created, I didn't realize it until later on. It was a pentacle that Spirit created with the cards. I didn't realize it until like having a conversation the next day, I want to say. And then I did a personal reading that was more generic, and so I let Spirit guide that spread, and that one was a tarantula, and it was aligned with her animal spirits cards, and it was amazing. So let's see what Spirit has for us. Look what's on the bottom of the deck. Sorry, hit my nail. Look what's on the bottom of the deck. A union card. That's always nice to see. Okay. I'm going to start with an Akashic Record spread for the collective. So this is going to be for the majority of the people who are guided to watch this reading, although Spirit might generalize it as well. So we'll see what comes out. So starting with Akashic Records for the collective. For this, I have to pull the cards first, and then I'll go through them. Let me actually not knock you over. Let me angle it better if I can, so you guys can see as I'm laying them, and then I'll change it when I'm going through them. You guys missed it since I turned it, but this card came flying out. It was like, blue. Plus the last one that I drew. Okay. I do think, even though I've already gone through this, that the commitment card at the bottom was definitely also a message there for starting out. So this is all like leading us towards that divine union commitment, okay? So starting off, and I'll add to the spread after I go through this, but the foundation of where things are at for the Twin Flame Collective right now, or not the foundation leading up to this point. So karmic situations have had to be dealt with, walking away from people who are self-serving and don't care about others, don't care about either you or your twin, and just having to break free from those toxic connections. There's been, in this case, it's indicated for the divine feminines, for the queens, but not all divine feminines are females. So I'm going with the female with the divine feminine female aspect. Okay, So for divine feminines have had to conquer issues that may have felt like a loss for them at times and a struggle to process and get through, and have maybe even brought you down for periods of time. But it's all been part of your pathway to finding all of the energy and power within yourself. And Spirit has been guiding you to let go of the loss associated with those changes and find the light within yourself again. And that's also discovering all, like, look at this woman. Look at this queen. She understands the power that she has to manifest and co-create with Spirit the life of her dreams. And she understands her own spiritual abilities and gifts and how to use them to boost herself up and to manifest for herself and to heal herself, and honestly to heal her twin as well. So divine feminines have been working through that. Spirit has 100% been guiding everyone through this process, through this journey, opening up your spiritual gifts, helping you recognize them, recognize the signs, recognize the guidance, understand how to use all of that to your advantage, okay? And guiding both of you down this path. And now, like, this card can go one of both ways, but I really do feel like that now is the time for all of this to happen. Like, it might take time as well, as twin flame journeys usually do take time, but like the time is now in your life that you are being pushed through this transformation, both sides. Don't doubt that your twin isn't going through this as well. Like, your twin is going through this as well, even if you don't see signs of that in the 3D, okay? The present situation is that this is a time of focusing on individual lives and, like, sorry, I just heard a loud noise outside. It's probably my cat. I don't hear anything else. I'm going to assume everything's okay. Anyway, right now, in the lead up to union, which starts with your own inner healing and your inner union, right now during this process, it's all about focusing on building up your strong foundations for yourselves. It's paying attention to each brick by brick, that is laid in the foundation of your lives, so that is the build up to the connection together, because it starts with your individual lives and it works together. And actually that creates a whole. So like each of you are working on one half of the whole, right? So that's what each of you guys are focused on in all capacities of your lives. For the divine masculines, it tends to be more root chakra oriented with like work and career. For feminines, I feel it can be family oriented, but it can also be, I feel like it's more spiritually oriented with your spiritual life purposes and pathways, okay? And all of it will come together harmoniously. The current influences on the present situation are reflection and winged messengers, which this is about listening to your divine guidance, listening to your higher selves, and following their guidance, following their pathways that they're leading you down, and ignoring and avoiding obstacles and drama and conflicts that is trying to knock you off your path. Reflection is all about the spiritual awakening process. Like, this is an immense spiritual awakening process that you guys are going through, and that is what Spirit has you focused on. Like, it may or may not be a conscious focus. Like, divine feminines tend to be more consciously focused on it because they're more awakened, but a lot of times the masculines aren't. There's a lot of people who think that the masculines have to be completely awake or even partially awake, but they don't always. Like, my twin is one who, like, he's like half awake, I feel like, and he pays attention to stuff, but he doesn't say a lot out loud either. Masculines who are struggling with believing and understanding the spiritual aspects, Spirit is still pulling them down that road, and Spirit is still doing stuff to open their eyes. They just process it like slower and less obviously. And honestly, like, I've channeled myself that we don't need to be 100% healed to come into union. I'm 100% awakened. Jesus told me 80%. Because I always connect with Jesus and Mary Magdalene when I'm using my pendulum and channeling and asking questions for the Twin Flame Collective, because I want to make sure that I am not allowing any negative energies or trickster spirits to interfere. So, I was told 80%. And I thought, like, I already believed I didn't know what percentage, but I already believed that to be the case anyway, because, it could take a while to wait for 100% healed. So I already believed that you can not be completely healed, but still come together and finish healing together. So it's going to be the same thing with the spiritual awakening process. And I honestly believe truly that sometimes the divine feminine is meant to be that beacon and that light and that source of information and awakening and awareness for the divine masculines. So that's another reason why they don't have to be completely awake when they're going in order to come into union. Because many times the divine feminines are the ones who are going to help them finish their awakening process and help them finish coming into that greater understanding and awareness. I mean, I can attest to that with me and my twin, because I definitely have been probably his primary source of information in his awakening process, because Spirit has been guiding me for years. Actually, it's been a while now. But there was a good year or two where Spirit was guiding me to send him emails explaining spiritual concepts to him to help open his eyes. And I definitely noticed the difference after the fact. And it was during that process that I explained to him about twin flames. Anybody else, you have to trust your own intuition on when to explain about twin flames, okay? But anyway, so I definitely did that. And I 100% believe that I will finish the process of explaining to him, once we're together and opening up his awareness even more. And that's fine. Not every divine masculine is going to have that full awakening before coming into union, because they're not all as spiritual as the next. And so don't feel like if you don't see evidence of them awakening in the 3D that there's a problem, okay? That they just, that's their pathway, and that's your joint twin flame journey. So don't let that get to you, okay? Okay. The outcome. First card that we had come out is Divine Physician. So Spirit is reassuring that you guys are going to get through this healing process. Spirit is going to heal them, even if it seems difficult and like it's not going to happen. Like I said, you're not always going to see signs in the 3D. And it's notorious for divine masculines that they don't show signs in the 3D of this healing that they're going through. But they are going to get there. And some of you are going to become healers yourselves. Probably not 100% of you, and not necessarily both you and your twin. But many of you are going to become healers yourself. The card that flew out of the deck was the Master Artisan. And this is about having success in your field. So this could be professional success, or this could be in your divine life purposes. But this is about a significant amount of success and recognition, even more so. It's not just the success. It's about the recognition and the achievements, and even becoming a teacher as well. And I do think that it's very common that as twin flames, particularly the divine feminines, are getting through the journey and understanding the twin flame journey more, they're becoming teachers themselves. Maybe not like me, but even talking to other twin flames that or encounter online and giving them help and guidance. I feel like that's a natural part of our divine purpose with this and how we are examples to others. And maybe it's not just with twin flames. Maybe it's teaching, the people around you in the 3D about twin flames and unconditional love by setting the example and by them seeing your relationship in action once it gets to that point. And then the last card is Birth, which this is like that Empress card that I referred to earlier with the birthing of your dreams candle as well. This is about birthing this new chapter, this new beautiful life, creating a new home, creating a new family, whether you're having babies or blending families. This is everything coming together in the culmination of all of it. So that's a really beautiful culmination to the Akashic Records reading. So that is what Spirit is showing as far as the Twin Flame Collective right now from the Akashic Records standpoint. So now I want to, I already shuffled these. I want to take cards from what I shuffled first, and then I'm going to go from there. Okay, so first off we have here, some twins may have been stuck in these difficult karmic situations and have had been lacking in confidence in breaking free from them, or potentially like literally been like tied down, not physically, although I hate to say that's possible too, but more so like in the dynamics of the situation. Like for my twin, you know, he would have been out of his karmic situation a long time ago, except that he needed to leave with his daughter. So that is what tied him to the situation for longer than natural. But despite these situations, things are getting better. There's light at the end of the tunnel. Sorry about the glare. It's like driving me insane. There we go. There's light at the end of the tunnel. This card literally represents journeys. So it's leaving that behind. It's moving in a new positive direction. It's difficult situations coming to an end, positive changes. They're in the process of happening. You can have faith because there's a happy outcome in the works. It's happening. For many people, it's already happening. I know I talked about this previously, but I can't remember when. One of the times towards the end of the year that I channeled information about twin flames, I was told that by the end of 2021, about 15% of twin flames would be in union, which is obviously rare and goes along with what we've all been taught about twin flames being rare and unions being rare. That is the reason why so many people are like, oh, twin flames don't actually achieve union. Well, why do people think that? Because so many twin flames aren't in union yet. But honestly, like, it drives me insane, and it's a pet peeve of mine when people act like that, because I want to be like, it's so 3D for one. And I just want to be like, the only reason why you think that is because you're not in union yet. But that doesn't mean you never will be. Like, that doesn't mean that your story is over. Like, I have never met anybody, any twin, who is able to walk away from their twin flame journey and from their twin flame connection. So just because you're not in union yet doesn't mean that you never will be. And people also overreact to the karmic situations as well. Like, as far as I'm concerned, your twin flame is your spiritual marriage, your spiritual spouse, and we are here, like, and this I've channeled, we are here to assist humanity with ascension, and the unions are important for that. So don't think that 3D circumstances are going to hold that back. Spirit and the universe, and however you think of it, is going to realign and dismantle whatever is necessary to bring about unions. So, and the reason why twin flames were always said to be super rare is because we weren't in the times of ascension yet. So yeah, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, twin flames were extremely rare because we were not in the times of ascension yet. First wave twins were meeting each other, but not having any clue as to what the hell this connection was yet. Some first wave twins, not all. So now ascension started in 2012 and really started escalating December 2020. So now, the past 2, 3, 5 years, there's been a massive increase in information about twin flames because more and more twin flames are meeting. More and more twin flames are starting down this pathway. More twin flames are going to meet. Because I was even given dates for like the different waves of when they're, like the time frames of when they're meeting within, and then when they're supposed to end up in union by. So like I said, by the end of 2021, I was told 15% would be in union, which is obviously rare when twin flames are already rare. And I was told for 2022, which everybody is already saying, like, if you're paying attention to Instagram or social media, everybody is always saying that 2022 is the year of twin flames. And I know even from a spiritual teacher that I follow who is not a twin flame teacher, she's just an ascension teacher. She said that 2222 February 2nd was a twin flame portal, was the first twin flame portal of the year. And I know that February 22nd is another huge twin flame portal of the year. It's a whole gateway in between them. I'm co-hosting a workshop. I haven't mentioned this on my page yet. I just realized that. Co-hosting a workshop with Kathy and Akina, who I've done some previous workshops with. We're doing a womb cleansing, clearing, and activating unconditional love for twin flames on the 222 portal, just so you know. The link for the Eventbrite tickets is in my bio. And Kathy, who is doing the womb clearing part, she said that it doesn't matter about gender either because it's for the sacral chakra, and that's the source of creation for both genders, just so y'all know. But anyway, so that's going to be the second twin flame portal, and I don't even know all of them, to be honest. I would have to talk to someone who's an expert. Maybe Kathy will be able to talk about that because she's an astrology expert, so she probably knows better. So those are just the beginning. And I was told that by the end of 2022, 40% of twin flames will be in union. Like, that's a huge jump. 15% to 40%. That's massive for what the journey has been. I'm sure a big bulk of that will be first wave. In fact, I was even told that first wave twins should all be in union by the end of 2022. There's still going to be some room for error because of external that can be affecting situations. But, and it's not exclusive to first wave either. And then from what I channeled after that, the following waves will continue to come into union the following years. It's not as high of a percentage, but it'll continue to snowball, really. So just because my whole point in all of that was that just because there aren't a ton of twin flame unions yet does not mean that there won't be. We are in times now that are drastically different from what the world has been like for the past hundreds of years. We're at the end of a 26,000 year ascension cycle. I mean, look at what's going on in the world. It's the Great Awakening. Lots of changes are happening. So don't jump to conclusions because it's not exactly how you want it just yet. We have to let go of 3D fixation on time frames, okay? Okay, so I want to know right now, Spirit, what the Divine Feminines need to know. What do the Divine Feminines need to work on? Right now I'm using the Angel Tarot cards. Okay, so there's a group of Divine Feminines here who are struggling because you're in internal conflict because you're not seeing how these unions are going to come about. You're struggling to see the opportunities for how everything is going to come together and work out. But Spirit is telling you that it is. You are going to be celebrating. You are going to be experiencing these milestones of joy and happiness, and things are going to get better. So release this fear and doubt. Get it out of the 3D. Release this fear and doubt and trust the process. Know that everything's happening for a reason, both the good and the bad. It's part of your awakening and transformation. It's part of your twins' awakening and transformation. And things are going to improve and get better. You have to have complete, even blind faith in that, okay? Okay, hold that thought. Now let's see what these Divine Masculines are working on or need to work on. Okay, these Divine Masculines are going through their judgment periods of figuring out, what changes they need to make in their lives so that they can bring about union. And I was laughing because there's a union card. Both of you, the Feminines got the 3 of Water, the Masculines got the 4 of Fire. Both of you are being told things are going to get better. You're going to get happier. Things are going to work out. You're going to come into union. So the Masculines right now are figuring out the changes they need to make in their life and going about doing so. They need to have difficult conversations. This can be with anybody. This could be with karmic partners that they need to deal with those situations. This could also be with you because so many Divine Masculines keep their feelings to themselves and don't give you anything in the 3D. Don't give you any validation in the 3D. So they need to have these honest conversations. I don't feel like they're going to be that difficult with the Divine Feminines. They're just really nervous about it. That's why it's difficult to them because they are afraid of rejection, to be honest. But they're going to get past all that and they're going to bring in union. Just like Spirit continually is reassuring people through me, over and over and over again. Okay, so now I want to switch decks. What shall we do? Oh, let me use my new Gaia deck. I asked, what should we do? And Spirit put the picture of that deck in my head. Okay, what do you want to tell us, Spirit? Okay. So first off, again, I think this speaks to the divine feminines who are struggling. So Spirit is saying like, this is not lost. This love is not lost. You need to surrender. Do you notice that it says that? Surrender, heal, and release, which that is like the universal message for twin flames. Like, release the fear, release the doubt, release the wounds as well. Allow yourself to go through this healing process and surrender to complete faith and trust. Right now, you're struggling, feeling like there's a loss in the connection, struggling with the separations. But you need to surrender and trust, okay? Because, hold on. Actually, not because. I take away the word because. You need to focus on balancing yourself, balancing your energy, staying strong. The divine feminines are the energetic foundation for the connection. You are the ones who are helping the divine masculines, being like a beacon or a lighthouse for them. And that starts from the energetic connection. So that's all the more reason of why it's so important to surrender and heal and trust, because you have to maintain that you have to maintain that balance for them. Remember that this is a transformation process, and you need to have confidence in the journey, confidence in yourselves, and confidence in your divine masculines. Know that they are gaining. This is like the solar plexus chakra, like becoming empowered. So they are being empowered in order to make positive changes in their lives, and Spirit wants you to be confident and trust in the transformation process. Know that they're always thinking of you. They really are. Some people doubt that they think about you as much as you think about them, but that's not. It's not true that they don't. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, your divine masculines, they really do think about you just as much. They just don't tell you when they're running. So know that they are thinking about you all the time, and they are. They do have these like messages of love in their minds and in their hearts for you. And honestly, I feel like this card also speaks to twin flames being a message of love to humanity and the earth. And you just, that's why you have to trust in this process, okay? Because we are here serving a bigger purpose. That's one of the things that I channeled, that the reason why for twin flames, maybe not all of you have heard me say this, for twin flames, soul will overrides free will. Because twin flames we made a soul contract with like Spirit, with God, with humanity before incarnating, that we're here to serve humanity by helping people with the ascension process, by being this example of unconditional love, by going through the twin flame journey. And that's why soul will overrides free will for twin flames. So this, to me, this card speaks to our divine purpose in that respect. And that's why nobody can walk away from this journey. No, you can't turn off the thoughts. You can't turn off the love. So trust it. Like, there's no reason for you not to trust it. The reasons why you're not trusting it is because of your 3D fears and doubts. This is a sacred journey. We know this, right? This is a sacred journey, a life cycle transformation. It is bringing you to your soul family, your soul tribe. It's bringing you through your spiritual awakening, and it's leading you to union. So have complete faith and trust in that, okay? Okay, now, you know what? The Oracle of the Seven Energies. I want to know what energy these divine masculines are in. No, energy of the connections as a whole. And I'm going to do the normal spread as well. It's just not going to be shaped normal because I'm going to adjust it to my spread. Okay. Actually, we're going to switch those up. Okay. The past energy that is still affecting the present is a crown chakra card. Don't knock everything over. Sacred reverence. This is about, so what you guys are still working through is coming into more understanding and realization of the spiritual aspects of this journey. Like, many of you are very 3D focused, and Spirit is still trying to help you come into this greater, bigger picture understanding of Spirit's role in everything that's going on with this journey, and exploring the possibilities in all aspects of everything without that 3D conditioning and judgment. And Spirit is also trying to help you guys understand how you can manifest more in your lives as well in order to create this new reality. Okay, the present energy is Sacral Chakra, the Rose's Kiss. And this is all about learning to live in the moment. This is about learning to appreciate everything on a daily basis, everything that you're experiencing with your 5 senses, like all the little things, basically. And this is also about appreciating the little things with the connection as well. Like, you may or may not be getting much from the connection just yet, but this is about Spirit teaching you to appreciate the little things and the baby steps, even if it feels like slow moving. It's appreciating every moment and learning how to be happy and joyful in every moment as well, which, that's a big part of this journey and process too, because Spirit, particularly for the Divine Feminines, also wants us to learn how to be happy and enjoy our lives even while we are in separation and waiting for union to come in. The hidden influences right now, so root chakra card, roots of abundance. This is about building those solid foundations, like I was talking about in the Akashic record spread with the intricacies of industry and building those solid foundations brick by brick. I can talk. This is all about the focus on the physical worlds, building up the success and prosperity in your individual lives so that you are ready for union. Okay, so that has been a huge influence leading up to this point. But this Roots of Abundance card is a positive card about success in those ways. So that's a good sign. It means that things are already in the process of coming together. The obstacles right now is the Time Machine, which is a root chakra card as well. And this is about needing to release the 3D conditioning. So many of you still need to, but for both, I honestly feel from this reading, I feel like it's both Divine Feminines and Divine Masculines, the people who this is meant for are needing to release the 3D conditioning, the expectations, and the inherited patterns from society, from family, from religion, from culture, from all of that stuff. You got to let that stuff go and understand that this is a spiritual journey. Like I said, this is a spiritual marriage, that any circumstances that feel like impossible blocks to you, understand that Spirit will figure that out. Spirit will work that out, okay? Trust. Integrate the lessons, the karmic lessons that you're learning over the course of this journey. Honor the past, but don't allow yourself to be trapped there, okay? Hidden helpers. Spirit is helping you guys with this right now. Is the Royal You, which is a solar plexus card. And this is about standing in your sovereignty. Taking responsibility for your lives, increasing self-confidence. So increasing self-confidence is getting out of that 8 of air energy of feeling stuck and feeling trapped. So, and that's about your sovereignty again as well, like claiming your personal power, claiming ownership of your authentic self and your true feelings, and taking actions to stand up for yourself in those ways. This is empowerment and self-awareness and not allowing outside influences to take you out of alignment anymore. This is primarily going to be for the Divine Masculines in karmic situations, but it can apply to both of you. Honestly, like even Divine Feminines who don't have karmic situations, they might need to make better decisions for themselves in other capacities of their lives as well, okay? You know, with work or with family or people around them who are very 3D and holding them back. So this can apply in a lot of different ways. Action to be taken is, and this is a great card for that, it's bearing fruit. I don't really need to look at it, but I want to make sure I don't miss anything. This is a Sacral Chakra card. This is everything coming together. Oh my gosh, the first word is birthing. And we had the birth card in the Akashic records. And I feel like we had that somewhere else too that I can't think of right now. But anyway, and it's about birthing union. It's birthing the life of your dreams, manifesting it, bringing it into reality. The result of your hard work coming together, reaping the harvest. Having that spiritual world and the 3D world connect. So action to be taken, it's all going to start coming together, okay? And then outcome, I take multiple cards for the outcome. So first we have Earth Magic, which is a root chakra card, and this is all about grounding. This is about connecting with spirit through nature and grounding, okay? And this, to me, represents that significant step in your spiritual awakening processes. Then we have, don't do that. Stay there. Then we have Broken Open, which is a heart chakra card. This is about opening up, like healing the heart chakra and opening up. So I feel like this is going to be primarily for the divine masculines who are freeing themselves of the conditioning and the restrictions that they've had on themselves, like keeping them from opening up to their divine feminines. It's processing grief and loss, which loss was also referred to, and the loss pertaining to the other situations as well, because not everybody's going through a toxic situation where they're happy to leave. Although honestly, even my divine masculine, it's a toxic situation that he's happy to leave, but he also is in the process of experiencing grief over it because of the changes and how it affects his daughter and his kids. I'm not going to get into that explanation right now. Anybody who knows me knows that that's a more complicated answer, but yes. Anyway, so, but he is experiencing grief over that and how it affects them. So even with toxic situations, there's that sense of loss. And the sense of mine is different for him because of how he was how she intentionally trapped him in that and forced this life on him. But many of the karmic situations are not like that. Even the toxic ones, they happily entered it thinking I'm going to be happy with this person, not realizing that this person is going to turn out to be a toxic individual. So it just, every situation is different. And then there's the karmic soulmates that it's not an unhappy situation. It's not a toxic situation. I can't talk. I'm talking too fast. That's why. So yeah, there's always going to be a sense of loss, basically. Not always, but a lot of the time. So it's processing that and then opening up and healing the heart chakra and being able to be vulnerable and share with your divine counterpart. And then lastly, we have Exposed and Revealed and Birds of a Feather. So Exposed and Revealed is solar plexus and Birds of a Feather is heart chakra again. I want to make sure I'm not forgetting something with Exposed and Revealed. I see Exposed and Revealed two ways. For some toxic karmic situations, it can be about the karmic being exposed and that helping to break down that situation. But primarily it's about healing shame. So this is connected to the grief as well. It's healing any shame associated with the 3D from the loss of the changes that have to be made. It's letting go of self-condemnation. It's letting go of past wounds. It's healing self-worth issues. And it's having greater acceptance for yourselves. And then as the divine masculines and potentially divine feminines to go through that process of that inner healing that shame and that and having that self-compassion for themselves, then it's coming together with your soul tribe, which the most important person in your soul tribe is your twin flame. And it's connecting with the people meant to be in your life and leading to union, because Birds of a Feather is coming together with them, coming together with your twin and anyone else meant to be in your life. Okay? So that is the current energy of the connections. So now I think I'm going to grab some final thoughts. Where is my white light oracle? There it is. Actually, before I do that, I do want to ask. I'm gonna do this. One more time, like any advice that Spirit wants, this isn't so much advice because this is a shadow work deck. So what Spirit wants feminines to work on, because masculines probably aren't going to watch this, so. Oh my gosh. Spirit. Okay. I yelled at Spirit because I wanted one more card and Spirit gave me two more cards, and now I have to take another card in order to have synchronicity in the spread. Okay, I was like, oh my gosh, because the first three cards are 100% all about like the spiritual awakening and connecting with Spirit. I have to figure out how I'm going to place these after, but okay. So first we have burn away the past. The glare. This is one that I always read because I think that the messages are written how they're written for a reason. I'm not going to try and summarize it. The only thing that I don't read is the descriptions of the pictures. It's time to stoke the fires of your past and release that which is no longer serving you. Know that to rise like a phoenix, it is necessary to dive into the flames. Be warmed and confident in the light that comes from burning away and releasing the bad and the good of the past. Release it all to be reborn with Agni, the inner flame. Oh my gosh, my nose is itchy. Then we have serendipity, merge with the flow. Be aware that opportunities are lining up around you. Merge into the flow of life. Trust it in all its light and shadows. They have brought you to this point. Maybe unbeknownst to you, you are perfectly poised for opportunity right now. Trust your efforts and recognize the signs of serendipity occurring around you. This means you are where you are meant to be, doing what you are meant to be doing. Be conscious of follow-up and follow-through as good fortune forms around you. Then we have Ubuntu, compassion for others. Honestly, before I even read it, actually, I'm going to go back for a second. Merge with the flow, go with the flow of the twin flame journey. You don't really have much of a choice, if I'm being honest. Compassion for others, before I even read it, compassion for your twin flame. Understanding that they are going through what they need to go through right now. This is their process. This is their journey. Like, so many divine feminines want it to be rushed, and understandably, but you have to understand that your divine masculine or your twin is going through what they need to go through in order to learn their lessons, in order to heal, in order to break free from their karmic situations. Hi, Maria. And in order to find their way. And you just have to be patient and understanding to that, okay? Don't hold it against them, because this is compassion for others. So have understanding and compassion for them. What if you were solely defined by your compassion for others and the kindness you extended? How would your life look? How would you conduct yourself if humanity was solely what you were noted for? Consider how your benevolence can extend to other species and creatures as well. This is a time to empathize with others' journeys and put yourself in their shoes, for better or for worse. Did I not just say that? Hold on. But know that all is not what it seems, and while you cannot make a wrong decision, do not rush to make the obvious choice. The unexpected door will yield the most gratifying... Wait, I think I turned the wrong page. I did. I'm sorry. I turned the wrong page. I started reading the wrong card. So forget what I said when I said, be aware all is not what it seems. Forget that part. Although that's probably true also to some extent, because you can't understand, don't make assumptions about your divine masculine's journey, because you don't know everything that's going on. Okay, going back to the correct card. Now is the time to notice others' struggles and help them. Listening with compassion and patience can ease the suffering of another person. Be defined by your willingness to put others' needs before your own, just as you would appreciate that they might do in your times of need. Okay, then Marak. Embrace oneness with the universe. These are the three that are all about connecting with spirit. Are you rushing through life trying to achieve and acquire? When Marak appears, it's time to take a deep breath and slow down. Consider there are simple, small, happy things around you to which you are blind while you fixate on the desire and larger goals and larger expectations that are making you feel increasingly cut off, frustrated, or despondent. Did I not say that you have to let go of timing and you have to appreciate the little things every day, being present, and you have to, what was the other one? And you have to make yourself happy and bring joy into your life on a regular basis. Like, summarize everything that I already just said. It is time to step lightly in the world and be grateful for what you have. Focus on gratitude. Gratitude does amazing things for your journeys and your lives. Notice the small things. I'm just laughing at spirit repeating me. The answers you seek reside in the small achievements and enjoyments of each day and in your willingness to be one with the universe. Know that your role and place in the world is just as essential as anyone and anything else's. And it's not spirit repeating me. It's spirit re-emphasizing the same messages. Minimus, commune with source. Nature holds all the answers. The wisest witch knows her questions will be answered when she dives into the natural world without reservation. Drop your stuff, your attachments, and be one with nature. It's time to recommune with the raw, authentic self that was you when you were sparked. Hold that thought. When you were sparked into its existence. And what you will be when you transition into the next plane of existence. This card is of meditation. So meditate, connect, go through your spiritual awakening. Like, embrace it. If this card is drawn during a period of solitude, it is a prompt that it's now time to emerge. So, for some of you, it might be you're doing a great job, it's time to emerge. Okay. And then lastly, we have phenomenon. Be still and listen to the spirits. Not enough messages about connecting with spirit here. It is time to invite and commune with spirit guides and ancestors and consider their advice and guidance. Your willingness and ability to be still and listen will reveal the beauty of your situation. The girl in this picture, her crown chakra and third eye are fused in a web of pearly branches that inspire peaceful contemplation. Do not fear. Willingly descend into the darkness of shadow work with grateful awareness that others who came before you have learned the lessons and answers you are seeking and are willing to share their insight and wisdom. I paused because the wording took me aback for a moment, but basically it means don't be afraid about connecting with your ancestors, okay? Okay, so now I'm like, this is a little different from my usual. And we'll see how it works out here. Okay, now I'm going to take my final thoughts from the White Light Oracle. I'm going to need the book. It's already been an hour. I don't think it's possible to do a short one of these. I'm smiling because I recognize some of these messages. Okay. First, we have Bath Cole. Eschew complicated explanations as you seek the simplicity of the deepest truth of your heart. Gently but firmly cast aside that which does not resonate as being true for your heart. Focus upon and speak from a higher spiritual perspective. All prayers are answered at the perfect time and in the perfect way. You have a powerful voice which can foster healing and wisdom on our planet. Then I'm going to do Queen of the Nagas. A sacred task exists for you to fulfill. It is to be found through connection to your heart. Be open only to those most authentic teachings which prove helpful to your continued spiritual progress and personal freedom. Cleansing your body, mind, heart, and soul will be of particular benefit at this time. Powerful, subtle energies are helping ensure your success. Believe that many positive synchronicities and unexpected allies will rally to support you. I want to see something here. Okay, Spirit did the same thing as before, where it gave me one more card than what I wanted, and I tried to reject it, but I know I can't do that. So let me get it out, and I'll figure out where to put it. And it opened right to it. What a surprise. Okay, Sovereign Queen Maeve. There we go. Value what is sacred to you by protecting it from interference, even that which may be well-intentioned. Be compassionate, but set firm boundaries. You are going to triumph over a negative situation. It will take courage, but you have more than enough inner strength, resourcefulness, and boldness to accomplish what you wish to attain. Do not give up. You have the ability to connect with higher worlds, so open your heart and mind to the light. Okay? Then, Sacrament of Extreme Unction. Oh wait, did I just accidentally pass it? I did. This one is a frequent one for my twin flame readings. Your heart knows how to let go so you can find peace. It is time for you to experience spiritual closure. A beautiful new reality is opening up for you. Entering it requires you to release your attachment to the past. You have been inwardly preparing for a powerful rebirth. Now is the time to trust in what is meant for you and move toward it with an open, trusting heart and peaceful mind. Understand that this is not saying that you're letting go of the connection. This is saying that you're letting go of the past. You're letting go of 3D conditioning. You're letting go of karmic situations. And you're going through a rebirth process to preparing you for union, okay? And then lastly, this is a powerful card. We have Lion's Gate. And you know what? I feel like, this is probably Spirit, not so much me feeling like, I feel like there's, I'm going to say I'm channeling this. Between now and Lion's Gate, there's going to be significant progress. And for some of you, like, I do feel that for many who are very close to union, the February portals are going to be integral in bringing about union. But for others who still have a little bit of work to do, the Lion's Gate portal is going to be significant. And there may be a lot of unions right around it or right after it as well. I'm feeling that right now. Which, when I'm feeling something like that, that's spirit. It's not like, not everybody has a booming voice in their head. This is how it comes through for me. I know that it doesn't come through for no reason. So this is saying here, that's really cool how it's reflecting right now, actually. I mean, that in itself could be a statement from spirit. Like, wow. Anyway, your heart has a heightened connection with the higher realms of consciousness and light. A blessing, empowerment, and positive omen shall enter your world. Doors will open for you. Abundance and prosperity are headed your way. Take care of your heart. Ask for spiritual assistance, and it shall be granted. Something negative is going to transform into something very positive. I do also think that the cards here that refer to something negative, so often, there is spiritual warfare against twins. So this is your reassurance. If you're going through spiritual warfare, know that you are going to conquer it if you haven't already. I conquered mine. You're going to conquer yours. Have faith, trust, make sure you're working with the right people for help if necessary. Okay. I think that this is complete for today. I just have to figure out where to put Queen Maeve. Since Spirit decided to give me an extra. Actually, I think, yes. She's just going to go right in the center of the Akashic Records reading and just bring it all together. It's perfect. Does anybody have any questions before I go? Questions about the reading or about the twin flame journey? I will show you the spread also. And at least you joined right at the end, but it's okay because it should be saved. Don't worry. You're welcome. Let me, if you want to write any questions, go ahead. I'll show you what the spread work looks like. Actually, I'm not going to pick up the whole thing. I'm going to take the phone off. Oh yeah, this is hard to do because I have a light right in the way. That's why. There we go. And I know that the last few readings that I've done, I haven't had time to post on my blog so that you can read it later and post on Instagram, but I'm going to make sure that I do that this time because I am determined to get control of my schedule. You're welcome. Have a great night too, Melissa. Well, last chance for any questions. It's funny that we have more people now. Yes, aren't they, Dora? I don't even know what this one is. It's like different because it has the Akashic Records right in the middle, so it's not a normal one. But I feel like it's the foundation that we talked about. It doesn't need to have more definition than that. Did you see where Queen Maeve went? So, okay, so I put the two. I can't do this easily, just so you know, because I can't see what I'm showing you. I have to get back. So I put the two, there we go. You can kind of see it if I can rotate there. I put the other two there, and then I put Queen Maeve right in the center, so now it forms a perfect arc. And the shadow work cards are kind of randomly placed as well, which I feel like maybe that makes sense because they're shadow work. I do not have control over this. Spirit tells me where to put it. Hi. See, it was a good thing that I did it in the middle of the night here because I got people from India. But it's always posted on Instagram as well anyway, so everybody has an opportunity to watch. So, like I said, any other questions? And I will post this as well. I'll post the video as long as it still lets me, because I noticed that there were some changes with Instagram. And I will also post it to read in over the weekend. I want to do that. Yes, and Australia too. So yeah, I mean, I have delayed sleep phase syndrome, so I usually sleep during the daytime and I'm up at night. And I had wanted to do this live in the evening East Coast time, but every night this week I fell asleep and had naps in the evening. So I was like, I can keep waiting and trying to make it work, or I can just do it at 2 a.m. So I did it at 2 a.m. But like I said, like I have clients all over the world, so it's perfect because it brings in the Australia people, the Indian people, who else? I have like Singapore and other parts of Asia. I don't know what time it is in Europe. It's early morning. It's early morning there. So I'm not sure if any of them made it on. But yes, definitely Asia primarily, I think. And anybody, like also people who are up late in the Pacific Coast time. See, we made some UK people. What is it, like 8:30? So anyone who's an early bird over there made it. So anyway, I hope you guys liked it. And like I said earlier on, I will be back. I'll do another live in either 1 or 2 weeks. I'm going to time it around with my next collective reading. And I also, I'll show you guys one more time real quick because a lot of you joined late. Part of the reason why I didn't get on for so much of, I did a collective reading already, so I'm not doing individual questions this time. But part of the reason why it's been a month and a half since my last collective reading is because I've been launching manifestation candles. So I want to show you guys the ones that I have right now because I don't keep them in stock. They're made to order and they are charged with each client's individual energy. So they're similar to spell candles in that respect. The only difference is that spell candles are forceful, and this is meant to co-create with spirit and manifest what is meant for you. So the Lionsgate portal is August 8th. Okay, so this one is protection and cleansing. This is birthing your dreams, which this is like that Empress one that I mentioned earlier in the reading. Creating, manifesting your dreams. This is a quartz, that's why it's reflecting the light funny. This is I am one and at peace. This is heart chakra healing. Each one is customized like to the specific intentions as well as the person's requests and energy. This is happiness and joy. And you can find them in my Etsy shop. This is anxiety and depression. It's not just the crystals too, it's also the essential oils that I use. And it's either soy wax or beeswax, whatever you prefer. This is I am patient. And this is Twin Flame Union. Save the best for last. And you can see a little bit here the difference. Like this is the 4 ounce and this is the 10 ounce. I am going to be switching to 12 ounce. The jar is 16, but the actual capacity is 12. Because I just don't like these jars. Like the labels don't stick properly. I'm not happy with the turnout. But so yeah, they'll be a little bit bigger. But this is the size difference so you guys can see. Okay, I really love the Twin Flame Union candles. When I was testing them, and I did for myself, that one burned all the way across cleanly for me, and it burned the best out of all of them. I was like, yes, manifesting Twin Flame Union. And actually, my twin and I are very, very close to that as well. Like, he had a rough time in January because the kids were sick, like with probably the flu, if not COVID, for a month. And they also got norovirus, which is a really bad stomach flu. So we had a little bit of a setback for that reason, but he's making great progress. So anyway, any last questions? And I'm gonna go. By the way, I started this at 2:22, and it should post right away unless Instagram changed something. So for everybody soy wax is fully vegan friendly. So that's why I have both, because some people prefer soy for it being vegan. And some people prefer beeswax because soy contributes to deforestation, and beeswax cleans the air at the same time. And so, like, it's just personal preferences, really. But the soy that I use is completely organic and non-GMO as well. And there's no, like, when you're buying candles from a store, a lot of times, even if they're labeling them as soy or beeswax, they are still, like, they only have to be 51% of that to be labeled that. But they're still mixing in paraffin or other types of waxes to make them easier to burn. And so they're not necessarily completely clean. So that is something else. I didn't even mention that. Like, something that I'm really priding myself on these candles, because I have all non-toxic products in my house. So these are completely like the highest quality and purity, cleanest, like no toxic chemicals whatsoever, only essential oils used, and then the crystals on top. So I'm not doing personal questions this live. I just did a full Twin Flame collective reading that is going to post afterwards, and the next live I'll do personal questions, because it's been over an hour, so I'm wrapping up. But yeah, so I'm really happy with these for the quality that they are as well. I think they turned out great. So any other questions? Like, not personal questions, questions about the Twin Flame journey or the candles, since I was talking about that anyway. And if anybody wants to order, not even just the candles, but if you want to order personal readings, coaching sessions, can't even remember what I do. Reiki, that's like the best summary of everything. Cord cutting. I've had a lot of great feedback from clients with the cord cutting, which I totally just like accidentally started doing. And people are not only like feeling the difference, like the heaviness lifting off of them right now, or not right now, but right away. But I even had a client tell me that within 3 weeks of me doing it, her DM broke up with his karmic, which I was not even expecting that. Like, I literally just started doing this second half of last year. And like I said, it was kind of an accident that I started doing. I was like, oh, I can do this. So it's working out well. I mean, I can't guarantee breakups every time, but definitely it helps the process, it seems. So I'm humbled to know that Spirit empowers me in that way. So anyway, my Etsy shop has all of those different offerings, so check it out for anything you're interested in. Okay. And thank you, Maria. I appreciate your thoughtfulness. Since I had a nap earlier, it'll still be a little while before I fall asleep, but that's okay. I'm used to it. It's my life. My body just sleeps when it's tired, which is at any time. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go, you guys. Like I said, this will be up right after if you missed it or if you only caught half, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Have a great day.